Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another episode of Analytical Fanboys. I am the Vacuuminator, and I am here as always with the electrifying Boingo Rider.
Hey, have you heard of Rush?
I have as of today. Hey, the Toy Man of Modular Media is also here. What's going on, Snowcone?
How's it going?
Is it? Is it really? Oh man, dramatic reveal coming. Hey everyone, we're talking about a movie called I Love You, Man. And a man that a man that I love, Boingo Rider, put it on the list, so he's gonna intro it.
This is a movie that I had rented from the Blockbuster when our town still had a Blockbuster.
Oof.
And I watched it pretty regularly. It was a pretty good movie. I really enjoyed it growing up. It was one of those of like movies when didn't have cable, didn't have internet, and it was just like, I need something to put on. I guess this will do.
Fair enough. It's a solid flick. I enjoyed it. This was my first time seeing it. But before we get into actual in-depth thoughts, Snowcone, tell us about your experiences with this movie.
There's a lot. I mean, I remembered a little bit about this movie. And I know that it kind of drove a lot of the jokes around me and my old best friend Hunter whenever it came out. There's nothing sour about that. Like,
I was just more going, because Hunter.
But like, it's interesting. It was like, me and my friend Delta watched it, and it's like, I don't know. It was like, we enjoyed our time. Sometimes we were laughing at things that weren't necessarily, I think, meant to be laughed at. But I think like as it ended, it still was a good movie. I have a lot of interesting things to say about that. I didn't hate it. I do enjoy it. I do like Saturday Night Live lights.
Yeah, it's an interesting flick with a very, very crazy cast, because like they're people I don't see in the same things that much anymore, and they're all like baby versions of themselves. And surprisingly, very little of the humor in this film I would call dated. Like there's one or two minor things, and none of it's like super offensive. But
there's only one thing I'd say would be a little bit like, it's a little, I don't want to say bad or negative. It's just more of like, in context of the time, it wasn't a great joke, and just as more and more people have like, as more and more of that kind of thing has appeared, I'm just gonna, it's what Andy Samberg character does to the other guy of basically trying to seduce a straight man out of like that's a shitty thing to do no matter what.
Yeah,
but as more and more things like that kind of come up to light, it's just kind of like, it's a shitty character thing, and it is never really addressed.
Yeah, it's just like a one-note gag, and then later he's with that guy at like a dinner later on.
Yeah, and go
continue.
No, go. No, fuck you.
Okay, you go.
One of you bitches talk.
I was just gonna say that like my main thing that I want to harp on just a little bit is like, this entire movie like is kind of like it's like the joke that like I'm not gay, but
it's
I have
one
a male
long
friend.
no.
Which is, I mean, that dates the shit out of them, because like they treat so much things like, well, like, because like it would be so easily, I mean, one, like the whole concept of marriage, you could just easily just have like, oh, this is my best friend here, who's my best friend, a female, could have been fine, like literally has been done before, wouldn't matter, but like he's got to find a dude, and they got to treat it like that the whole time. I didn't remember the movie as much as I thought I did, so me and Delta were just hoping that like Paul Rudd and the Muppet Man were gonna like just be together at the end of it, because that's definitely how they treat it that way on purpose, because that's the whole joke. But like, I don't think a movie like that could be released modernly, because then it would, I don't know if it would necessarily be offensive. It would be like redundant at this point. Everyone just like, yeah, everyone goes out with whoever. In the early 2000s was like female this, that.
Yeah, it's very much a movie of its time, and it was made 2 decades ago, so that's understandable. But like, I never found it offensive. It always just felt like, yeah, no, this is what kind of a shut-in straight person's perspective on these topics would be, and it's fine as that. Like, definitely things are way different now, and for people who are much more progressive, It's completely different perspective on how dating and friendships work. But like at the time, I think they handled it about as well as they could have without just like there's never a moment where somebody asks if Jason Segel and fucking Ant-Man are gay. I don't remember that ever
I
happening.
mean, no, but they do make the joke like, "Oh, you have a boyfriend." Like, "Oh, like he has a boyfriend, and I've been in the city for like months, and I don't have anyone." Like, they say
But
stuff like
it
that
feels more
countless.
like a teasing thing rather than an accusatory, like making fun of homosexuality type thing. You know what I mean?
Honestly, to me, jokes like that ring more of like how me and you, Cody, have joked about fucking being being gay. You know,
I know. Like, and like that's why like I was saying that
like
earlier. Like,
Jesus Christ, either
no,
right,
like
like
because
a few seconds ago or right before the podcast, you said give me a kiss or something bullshit like that.
yeah, I
Like,
know. Like this movie, this and like other movies that came out making this joke around the time was pretty much like what formulated. And I mean, like, I don't want to get that specific thing there, the stuff that I disclose, outside of. But like, I don't know. Like, that's I don't want. Like, yes, I get what you're saying, and like, yeah.
I'm just saying it rings more of that nature.
And I think
Where
that's probably where it came from. Like,
yeah,
you're 100% on that. It's just
because
that
they
like.
never make fun of Paul Rudd's character and Jason Segel's character of being intimate. They never make fun of them hanging out or
No,
and like
and
having that connection like that. It's making fun of everybody, assuming that means it's a like that's kind of what it feels to me.
Yeah, like I'm not saying it's like coming off as anti-gay because it's a fine movie. It's coming off as like, is it literally like gender conformative?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that.
gender
Yeah,
conformity,
But like,
heteronormativity.
yeah, that's it. Which is fine because I mean, like, especially like the first half of the movie, it felt like a Macy's commercial for like straight white couple. Like they golf, like
Yeah,
that's like the last thing you could do.
I completely forgot how fucking upper class this fucking movie is.
Oh God, yeah, bro.
yeah,
Like,
like the guy having problems selling a house for a famous actor was like the most movie thing I've ever seen.
And like he's worrying about the lease on his car of what kind of vehicle he should get. And like they're in L.A. That's where they live, and they drive up to a fucking beautiful ass fucking modern architecture house, and you just go like, "Oh, these are rich fucks."
Yeah. And fucking Jason Segel living in like a nice little corner house, but is probably like very, very dumpy for that area.
dude,
But
that house costs more than like probably most of the other houses we saw in the movie.
Yeah, because it's on the fucking Venice boardwalk.
that and
Also, that, by the way, another side note, Easter egg. The movie we watched where it was what
Sorry.
the guy goes insane.
The guy goes insane.
Right? Nah, I forgot what it was fucking called. Was it Postal? Was it Postal?
No.
Did we watch Postal?
No, we have not watched Postal.
What,
Don't know what you're
it's the
referencing.
fucking something Sheen guy, not Charlie Sheen, the other Martin Sheen, maybe. I swear to God, it was Martin Sheen, and he like
I'm looking up our channel.
I think it was something that Vac recommended. And pretty much the guy goes crazy and just starts like shooting people and stuff.
Okay, let's see.
I'm only bringing it up. We can figure out what it's called later. I'm only bringing it up because like they literally the house next door to that guy's house was in that movie. That's where like his family lived. But I mean, that's like a super popular, like every area even the area they shot the wedding is like a super famous, like not only movie wedding, but like wedding place. There's been like 1,000 movies in like every single, like if this was a video game, it would be like, what do you call it? What do you call those?
Landmark?
No, like, resource flip.
Yeah. But like even Jason Segel's character, he's in investments, and like you look in his man cave and it's like $10,000 worth of music equipment.
That's what I
Yeah. He's like, I bought this fucking go-kart on eBay. What?
Yeah. Like there are a bunch of rich people, and like the problem seems to be much more of like an appearance thing kind of thing, because that was the whole impetus, because at the beginning of the movie, Paul Rudd's character seemed perfectly comfortable, just like, no, all my friends are just women. It's just how life came about. But he became really self-conscious about it once he heard all of his fiance's friends going like, it's a little weird.
Well, that and his brother, who's gay, is like, why are you hanging out with so many women? What are you, straight?
I also love just how non-stereotype Andy Samberg played a gay man.
Yeah. Like, and I love how much him and his dad get along. Like, genuinely one of the most wholesome J.K. Simmons roles ever.
That's like the one thing that like flips it on its head. Like it's really funny that they like it's Andy Samberg playing Andy Samberg, which I will never not like. But I don't know. It was it's cool to see them be friends. But it's also funny to see at the end where he's like, "You're both my best friend," and like we know that like he had to pass the ring back to fucking
Jason Segel.
Yeah, Steven Seagal.
You know what? I would have like. I also really enjoyed that moment where he's going like, "Someone needs to hold the ring." Hey, brother, here it is, and his brother's genuinely touched.
Yeah,
that was.
I will say one thing though, like his fiance's friends are all like super shitty.
They're not shitty. Great.
Yeah, no.
And the fucking Happy Hogan, Jon Favreau, the savior of Star Wars.
I lost it when I saw Jon Favreau without a beard. I was like, what? What?
Bro, like that's one thing that was kind of crazy to me is that like I don't think y'all like it's not super apparent, but like to think about who this movie was marketed to. Like not only is the Paul Rudd and like I forget what her name was. I only know her
Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, Anna from what?
Rosario Dawson was not in this movie.
No,
it's not fucking Rosario Dawson.
Rashida Jones. It's a similar R name. I'm an idiot. You should know this by now.
Goddamn right you are. Jesus.
But yeah, I know her from Parks and Rec, but like that's a pretty common like modern marriage thing. But like so is the blonde and Jon Favreau's character. Like that's not like that is like literally like abusive and like, disgusting as an actual relationship. That shit's also incredibly common.
When Rashida Jones is like, oh, they fight all the time and then they have really loud makeup sex, I cringed at that so hard.
Yeah, because like they're not just fighting; they definitely like hate each other. Like they're disgusted by each other. They're married for one reason or another. And there's a bunch of people who are really, like again, like, but I don't know.
Wow,
I mean,
wow, Cody, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah. But a lot of this movie, like a lot of the problems are kind of just like fake, even within the context of like the thing. Because like whenever she storms off and she's like fuck you, essentially.
You're spending too much time with your friend, and it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Well, no, not even that. Like, what was it? I definitely didn't like how she handled that too, because like that was shitty. Because like they had like a little like we're gonna watch a show date planned, and like they live together, they see each other all the time, they spend a lot of time together, and like this was his favorite band that shows up. Also, I don't think they should get married at all because they obviously don't fucking know each other. They
also she like clearly,
dude. Do you not remember one of the lines in the beginning of the movie? They've only known each other for 8 months.
I know, but like
together,
bro. Like I've like met people and talked to them for like a week and like covered most of the shit about myself that I can on like a first like here's all the stuff I'm interested in, and like I don't see how like people could just be like I don't know anything about this person. Oh, you want to get married though? Like, but I mean like sure it's a movie setting, but that's also not. That's an incredibly realistic thing that happens all the time. But it's just crazy because like they don't actually show any on-screen chemistry until like they're having the issues and learning about each other. Crazy.
But also like fucking during that concert scene, Rashida Jones chose to go with him after he invited her, and she was clearly having a good time. And then they're home and she's mad at him for having had a good time and still talking about his friend with it on the phone.
No, the scene shows you that as it goes on, she gets like she's mad that she's ignored. Like that part is shitty. Like it's not shitty that they do straight up. They're just like hanging out and she's just there.
Well,
and,
fuck. I was editing while I was watching this movie, so I guess I just missed that.
Yeah, it's a couple of scenes, but it's like a blink and you miss. But yeah, like, and it was funny because like no one's necessarily a bad person as far as the main characters. Like, I forget
the main three characters.
Yeah, the main.
They're just doing stupid white people shit.
Yeah, like they're all, like whenever he asked for money, I was like, "Oh shit, is that how this movie goes? He's a shitty person." But then,
Yeah,
like, no,
I
he's
literally
not.
thought he was about to take his money and run. I was like, "Oh, this is that kind of movie." Okay.
But no, like that was like my favorite part about the movie is when he did that. I was like, "Oh, cool, nice." Like, I don't know, it's funny. It was also nice to see the guy from Play.
Yeah, how do we feel about him? Was he insensitive? Was his character insensitive? I mean,
I don't think
it's
hard. Not a nuanced performance, and it's definitely a straight person writing a gay character. But I didn't see any big. This is a badly done character.
I don't even know if you had to write it. That was almost literally the guy from.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Reno 911.
He plays pretty much the same character, but
okay.
And I mean,
gay guy.
And I mean, you've seen the character like that in other rom-coms, which ultimately this is the structure of a rom-com.
Oh yeah,
of a person going out on a bad date. The other person thinks it's good, and then they show up as a gag of like, "Oh, so this is what you like then?" It's just played differently because it's a gay guy and a male friendship.
Yeah.
Thomas Lennon, that's the actor's name.
Yeah. And like I enjoyed his character. I thought his character was funny and worked. Like the scene where he kisses Paul Rudd, I genuinely was like, yeah, I could see that happening to a straight person. Like he's trying to be friends with somebody and he doesn't realize that that person's gay and that person doesn't realize that they're not gay. I can see that happening between two people. Not incredibly commonly, but I can see it happening.
But also they didn't play it off as like, oh, what a weirdo for like kissing me. They played it off as, no, I gave the person mixed signals. This is on me. I was kind of an asshole to them.
Yeah. Like that's the thing I do appreciate about. Yeah, that was definitely not for me.
I didn't hear what you said, Cody.
Oh, I said I do like the.
Oh fuck. See, I was okay with it with like the scene where just like all those guys are just not into him trying to share for so long, and then the projectile vomit. I was like, that's a what's the word? That's a bridge too far.
I mean, that's kind of the point of the scene. Is like he's trying too hard to find a male friend.
You can't really do a early 2000s comedy.
Yeah. That's true, but I've never been a fan of that type of humor.
But I just forgot how many people were like important people were in this movie.
Yeah, because
we talk about Paul Rudd and Jason Segel, but like Jon Favreau's in this movie a year after Iron Man came out.
Mm-hmm.
Was it?
Yeah, this is 2009. Iron Man was 2008.
This movie came out in 2006, I thought.
Nope, 9. March 20th, 2009.
Damn, I was thinking about this like pre-Marvel the whole time.
No, this is like
Marvel.
But it's post the first Marvel. Like nothing else Marvel has been made yet.
This is when it's in its infancy. This is still baby Jon Favreau.
The Hulk was made. The Hulk came out one.
Yeah. Speaking of the Hulk, Lou Ferrigno's a major character in this.
This is just such a weird get, but I liked it.
Paul Rudd, Ant-Man, and J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah. Like Andy Samberg's been in a ton of comedy stuff since this.
I just like you watch this movie and you go like, oh yeah, I know that person. I know that person. I know that person too. Okay, weird.
Oh, the other thing, it has nothing to do with the plot of the movie. I hate the hell it says they have
Lou Ferrigno's house?
No, Paul Rudd's house.
Yeah.
Their house says nothing about either of them.
It looks like a house from a picture frame.
Yeah.
Yeah. But honestly,
I mean, at the same time, that is what for the demographic that I think this truly was made for. I think that's just what.
I mean, this movie's made for the people who think a guy fencing is a regular hobby.
That was a weird thing. I didn't quite get that. Like if he had said I'm going to the gym, okay, but then fencing, I'm like, it's a weird thing to put in the movie. All right.
That's a money thing. Golfing, fencing, that's shit you do in like private school.
That's true. Got to remember realtors.
Capital.
Said it under your breath too.
But no, like watching this movie like 2009, 2010, like I never noticed that. It was just like, oh, okay, that's just the characters. But like having gone through shit and seeing this now, it's just like, wow, these
I was
are
gonna say.
problems.
I was gonna say it's like Boingo. It's because it's before you got radicalized.
Yeah, it is.
But no, I think script wise, it is still a very very solid film, and I enjoyed it. It was a solid watch. It's not something I think I'm gonna go back to anytime soon, but like could have been worse.
No, I think it's definitely something that was like worth watching to pick apart. Not
Yeah.
something too intensive, but something that there's enough there to like. If of any movie of this type, it's probably better than.
Yeah,
there
they
could
could
be a lot out of that, like just had like sloppy this or that. Oh, there is one moment where there's a scene where he's like at his fiance's store, and the MacBook is facing you with the screen, and then like literally 2 seconds later, it's facing super horrible. Cancel them, it's trash.
Also, like, he fucking asked Jason Segel for his Lost DVDs back. Who fucking cares about Lost or DVDs in current year?
I mean, that was
fucking-
2009. That was like only season 3 of Lost was out at that point, I think.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It super dates the movie. And that was like the one thing that I was like, yeah, that wouldn't be in this movie if this movie was made today.
It's strangely like timeless, but very timely, because especially like the way everybody dresses is like that is hyped 2009 fashion.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to look at.
Really? Like, I was kind of taken back. I was like, oh man, look at Jason Segel dressing like trash. I love it.
But yeah, no.
I grew up redneck white trash, so like I always hated them.
That's fair. That's very fair. Wow, this was a short fucking episode, huh?
I mean, there's other things we can talk about. It's like the Rush Git was fun.
Yeah.
Was that actually them? I meant that.
That's Rush.
Yeah, no, I was.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, because I know
made a
of
comment
Rush,
to
but I
Delta.
wasn't into them.
I made a comment to Delta. I'm like, you can tell it's Rush because there's that Muppet-looking motherfucker in the front.
Fucking Geddy Lee.
Yeah.
Dude, you're just fucking with the zingers tonight.
I love Rush. So like,
Rush is a great fucking band. No, you'd probably enjoy them.
All right, put a Rush album on the list.
Should we get fucking okay, question. Do you want beginning of Rush or do you want the beginning of Prague Rush? Because those are two different fucking Rushes.
I want the beginning of the one that's well known and people like.
Prague.
Okay.
Because the first Rush album basically sounds like Canadian Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the rest of it's kind of more 3-piece King Crimson-y. It has that kind of proggy tones.
I don't know.
I barely understand what you said.
The most I listen to like you'll get me with like the math rock, Buckethead prog shit.
Why White Zed is probably one of the best proggy Rush songs because they did Tom Sawyer, and that's like the beginning of their synth era.
There's some bangers. I have a really good remix of Tom Sawyer.
That's a fucking random ass thing to say.
It's a good remix.
I don't doubt it.
On Spotify too. It's really dope. I'll post it later. It sounds like.
All right. Well, do we want to go ahead and go on to vibes?
I mean, we should probably also figure out what we're doing at the beginning of the next year.
Yeah, we should do that, shouldn't we? Because like we're recording this as our last show of the year, but this will come out on the 1st. So I don't know how that's going to work for people listening to this. You can make up your mind as to whether this is our first or last show of the year. Whatever. But I've got the thing pulled up and I'm ready to spin the wheel, boys. You ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Spinning in 3, 2, 1. Oh, Jesus.
It pops up. We can see Ant-Man Annual.
Hey,
yes.
Paul Rudd Annual. Nice.
It fucking ties in. This is a 40-page Ant-Man comic that came out in 2015, around the time of the first Ant-Man movie, I think. And it's genuinely one of my favorite single issues of comics. It's a really cool thing about the legacy aspect of that character, and it should be another like short, sweet review from us.
Cool.
Nice.
That's also the easiest thing to do while I'm at work. So that's dope.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, we will talk about that when we talk about that. But for now, boys, it is vibe time. But I want to do something a little special for vibes this week because we're recording this 2 days after Christmas. So why doesn't everybody talk about their Christmases a little? Starting with you, Chris.
I've had a fucking head cold for a week, so I was sick on Christmas.
Oh boy.
Small Christmas. Hold on. I had ice in my mouth, so I needed to chew it. Hold on a second.
No, don't.
Fucking turn your mic up back on, bitch. Oh shit.
Okay, hold the fuck on. What the fuck? Okay, do you know what the fuck's going on? Or am I gonna have to fucking give fucking play-by-play? What the fuck?
You can just let us know what's going on.
Alright, you fuckers are in on this fucking shit. Okay.
We might be. We might have been planning this for months. This might have been meant to happen at the summit.
So,
it's a 50-50 split between me.
So I was just trying to finish off a piece of ice. My sister knocks on the goddamn door, walks in, hands me a bag of what I'm assuming is the entire first wave of the fucking Hasbro Ghostbusters toys.
Yep.
Holy shit.
You have all 4 original Ghostbusters, as well as Sigourney Weaver and the other one.
Gozer.
And you can fucking build a terror dog, dude. You can build a terror dog.
Fucking shit. Holy hell. Well, I have one more present then.
Yeah. This was going to be an early Christmas present from us at the summit, but because of things and stuff, it ended up being a late one.
Well, holy hell.
Fucking
thank you.
You are welcome.
We for a while.
Yeah.
I had to communicate with Florida.
The horror.
By the way, Chris, I was at your house today.
What?
Yeah.
Is that why my sister fucking walked out of the house?
Yep.
Jesus Christ, I thought she had to go do something.
Amazing.
I am that god damn, I'm that unobservant.
Yeah, I was like trying to come up with a plan. I'm like, what if he just happens to be outside or like walking outside? I just have to scream at you and then fucking speed off.
Here's the thing, I wouldn't second guess that.
I know.
But no, I've had goals. We were sick on Christmas. Got a couple neat things. Got a Bob Ross bobblehead, a pair of headphones that I've been wanting.
Very clean.
And the entire first wave of Ghostbusters, apparently.
Yeah.
Man, that's cool, you know. I hope you like it. I hope you don't already own any.
Do you think I fucking had the money to
I know.
buy these things?
Actually, one of the earlier challenges of getting some of these was that most of the time I was fucking with you when I would see them in store. And one of the only times I saw them in store when I wasn't with you, Cole bought the entire wave.
Oof.
On point. He just walked in and he's like, oh, fuck. And then grabbed them all. Actually, no, I think that's when I bought Ernie Hudson. Because that was like, we literally bought all the fucking...
Yeah, the free ones I bought you have actually been at my house until 2 weeks ago. We were trying to figure it out, and then I was just like, fuck it, I'm FedExing them to Cody.
Actually, 3 plus 1 that I bought. No, that Ernie Hudson was the one that ended up at Vac's house. I just Amazoned it to his house.
Because you did that like right before the summit was supposed to happen.
Yeah, because I hadn't found it yet, and I was like, "Oh fuck, let me just send it over there instead of sending it here. It won't be here." But yet, it was here.
Amazing.
Holy shit! Thank you guys.
I mean, like, I was hoping to have that happen on a stream at the summit, and that would have been slightly better. But still, like, fuck, I'm glad we were able to pull this off.
I was utterly confused when she started walking. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
You know I'm recording. The light is on.
Oh man. Thank you.
You are most welcome. Now shut the fuck up, Cody. Tell us how your Christmas was.
Bro, like I don't like. I bought my grandma. Me and my dad split the price of a glider, which is like an outside bench, and that was like $250. So we split that, and I had to show up there early so we could load it off the trailer. And then my mom's present, we had bought them, and my dad had finished a picnic table, which is older than I am, and I didn't realize it until I was talking to my dad about it. I'm like, you know what? This is a picnic table that pretty much like every Thanksgiving that was like the kids' table. So like, I mean, I have a closer connection to that thing than you do, but now it's massive. It's got 8 feet benches. Like, it's an 8-foot table with an 8-foot bench. The thing is amazing.
I love that we could just hear Chris opening them over his mic.
Sorry, I wanted to pull one out.
It's fine. I just think it's funny that, like, as Cody's running his shit down, there's just all these plastic noises in the background.
Oh, I will also mention that and the several times that Chris has been over at my house. That figure has though I think it was Venkman. He's just been chilling in various piles of shit right in front of Chris's very eyes. And like Chris would go home, and I'd be like, "Oh fuck!" Like, but it's mixed in with like everything. It's hard to use. Like,
Chris could have just gone, "Oh, you haven't opened this? Can I open it?"
No, I don't do that. Hold on.
Oh, Chris knows not to touch my stuff.
But what the fuck did you get, Cody?
I've broken too many shit.
Oh, jeez. Cody, does your family like get you toys and stuff, or do they have no idea how to handle your collecting habits?
They pretty much don't. My dad gave me like $100, and it was really funny. Both my mom and dad got me my mom got me a Dove kit of like shampoo and body wash, and then my dad got me Gillette. And I'm just like, man, y'all know I don't have hair, right? Like, then my mom was like, "Oh, you can brush your beard, wash your beard." Like I had just shaved all of it.
Oh,
but it's fine. I still use it. You know, I was just making it. They're not in tune with that stuff. I appreciate it when they do try. Like my dad tries. He bought me 2 cool shirts though. He bought me 3 cool shirts. One of them was like borderline. It's like right over there. I'll have to grab it. It's like it was almost like cringy JCPenney shirts where it was like, "Whoa, gamer at play" or something like that. But it was like I think it said like, "I can't fucking pause the game, so stop talking to me." I was like, "No, that's actually funny. I appreciate that." And then the
Walmart
other
humor.
one was like, yeah, like the other one was like a really cool Darth Vader shirt. And then he showed me a picture of one that hadn't shown up yet, which I appreciate. I appreciate that. And he's like, "Yeah, it just didn't get here on time." And I'm like, but it's all the Mandalorians. It's like all popular icon Mandalorians with a bit of I forget the name of the and I'm gonna have to decode that myself, which is a pretty cool shirt. And he also bought me a very bright flash. It's kind of like what he always gives me. He always gets me like he'll give me like a stocking with like some candy and like some utility stuff, like very strange. He always buys me like toiletries, random hardware. Like 2 years ago, he bought me an entire Ryobi.
Nice.
But this year,
I gotta go deal with some things real quick. So if you want to pause,
Yeah, everybody mute. Everybody just mute until Chris gets back.
I am back.
I am back.
All right, Sporticus.
Oh fuck. God,
But he was talking about getting tools.
Yeah, you fucking tool. Tell us about your tools.
Oh no, that was like 2 years. All I got this year, my grandma got me a Salt Life tee long sleeve. Not really my thing. A pure black one. Then I also dark blue short sleeve tee thing. And out some.
Alrighty then. Well, I had just a calm, quiet little affair, just me and my folks. We did the presents thing and whatnot, but not a lot this year, because we all had to miss 3 weeks of work last week because we got COVID, or not last week, last month, I should say. So I just got a new pair of slippers because I've been needing one for a while, and a groovy looking sweater to wear around the house. And then I got fucking surprised out of my dadizel because apparently my folks got together with all of my relatives who were interested, and they fucking got me enough money to pay for all my pre-orders for the next month. And like my pre-order budget per month is $500.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's nice. It's really sweet.
You spend more money than I do on.
I know. Their fucking explanation for it was awesome too. They were just like, we know that you know what you want better than we ever could, so we're just gonna let you get your shit for the next month, and we're calling that Christmas presents. And I was like, that's dope. I better put all this right away in a savings account so I don't spend it on more shit. Because I know how my brain works, and I'm trying very hard to get it out of that groove.
Yeah. Nah, man, that'd be dope. That's fucking rad.
Yeah. If you have a toy collector in your family, I would definitely recommend doing it for them listeners. Yeah, that was my Christmas. That was everybody's Christmases, and that is a very short Analytical Fanboys to end off the year / kick off the year. So, gentlemen, tell the people who you are and where they can find your stuff if you want them to boingo.
Hey, howdy. My name is Chris Boingo Writer Gaston. I make video essay and editorial things on the YouTubes at Boingo Writer. You can find a link to that in the description, or you can just search Boingo Writer on YouTube. I also do a variety of other things. You should be able to find a link to Dream Johnny somewhere in the description. It's a game me and Vac made where you date John Silver from AEW. It's as silly as that sounds. I'm on Twitter at Boingo_writer. I'm on Instagram at Boingo_writer. I have a Discord server, and you can join that. A link to that is in the description.
Excelente. Snowcone, what you got?
My name is Snowcone3,
And he's here to say
Instagram is currently the way to find me on social media, because it's never _robot. If you're ever interested in playing any games with me or doing anything like that, you're going to be wanting to look for Snowcone83, some variation, and I will soon be pumping out YouTube videos, hopefully within, I don't know, I'm going to try to have that stuff done. Maybe.
Oh my god.
timelines, people. Upgrades.
Fuck yeah, I'm excited.
And my first review is going to be all the toys from the robots. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I am the Vacuuminator, your modular king of the... fuck that, I'm done saying that. But I make YouTube videos. You can find me at youtube.com/thevacuuminator, TheVacuuminator. I'm working on a rewrite of Power Rangers Megaforce. Should probably be out by the time this is up, so go check that out. Part 1 at least, and then part 2 on Super Megaforce will be coming very soon, and well, after that, who knows what's in store for me. We'll see. But yeah, you can check that out. You can check me out on social media at The Vacuuminator on Twitter and Instagram. And you can check Modular Media out. Please go ahead, leave a like, leave a comment, do all those good YouTube things, subscribe, ring the bell. Go follow us on Twitter at The Modular Media for updates on all things Modular Media as they are happening. And follow us on join our subreddit, I should say, r/Modular Media, for the same reason. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of Analytical Fanboys. We will see you next time when we'll be discussing Ant-Man Annual #1 from 2015.
Ski. Happy New Year.
It's Ant-Man.